Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Catherine and today I have my March TBR for you guys. And number one, excuse the lighting, it will change throughout the video because it is very dark and it is snowing out. And number two, I just really wanted to have a very chill and very relaxed video today because honestly I am not in the mood to film at all. With all that's happening, with all the news, with all the information, I am so worried, but I know that we should continue living our lives as long as it's possible. And just right now the sky is peaceful and everything is peaceful here, so I don't want to panic, I don't want to worry, so I need to live a normal life. So anyway, today I have a March TBR for you guys, and as you guys know, to determine my TBR, I use TBR stickers that has all kinds of rules, and each square, each color corresponds to a certain genre, and then I draw a challenge, and then I try to pick out a book for the challenge and for the genre. But sometimes it doesn't happen, and sometimes I bend the rules because that is my game and all of that. So let's see how I did in February. So in February I only had 3 rolls. We will see how it goes this month. So I had to read a mystery or a thriller with less than 300 pages, but I couldn't find one, so I chose This Is Why We Lie by Gabrielle Lepore, and I am still reading this book. Today is February 25th, so I am still reading it, but hopefully I will finish it till the end of the month. My goal is to finish it this weekend. And then I was supposed to read historical fiction, and the challenge was free, so I chose My Plain Jane by Lady Janies, and I did read that, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And the final one that I was supposed to read was another historical fiction, and that was for a new author, and I chose Leviathan by Westerfeld, and I started it, but I didn't really like it and I couldn't concentrate, and I decided to DNF it. But for my defense, I read a few other books in February as well that weren't included in my TBR, so it's not that I only read one book, it's like I read like 4 books maybe. So yeah, February just wasn't the best month for me, but roll number 1, 10. Free, and the challenge is high expectations. So roll number 1 for March was blue, which means I can choose whichever genre I like, and it's my favorite color to step on in this game because honestly sometimes it's really difficult to find a book that matches both genre and the challenge. But this time I am choosing Heart and Soul by Frederick. This is a story about Hara, who is a Korean adoptee, and she was adopted into United States, and she lived with her mom and her dad, and she loved her mom, but like her dad was not very great and he married. And now when she is 25 years old and her father is dead, she decides to go back to Korea to find her roots. And yeah, I think it's a story about that. So I am very excited about this book. I was so excited about it when it came out, but I couldn't read it in 2021, so I hope I can get to it in March. Roll number 2, 12. Science fiction or fantasy, and the challenge is set in a country you haven't been. That should be easy. Roll number 2 was a double, so I get to roll 4 times this time, but that is okay. 4 books is still manageable, it is still doable because I remember I used to read 10 to 15 books a month, and now I just don't understand how I did that. But yeah, I stepped on Brown, which is mystery or thriller, and the challenge was a country you haven't been to, which, to be honest, I think this challenge is a little bit stupid for this genre, because any fantasy, any fantastical book, and honestly, most science fiction books are set in a fantasy countries. But this time I decided to go with a book that is happening in the future USA, and I decided to reread a book, and that is going to be The Hunger Games by Susan Collins. And I decided to reread it today. Like, literally, I just thought, you know what, I need a comfort read. And yes, this book is about some very tragic events as well, but it's one of my favorite series of all time, and I don't know if I will be rereading the entire series, the entire trilogy, but I will definitely want to reread The Hunger Games, and I'll probably start very, very soon.
Roll number 3, 6. Red, and the challenge is verb in the title.
Role number 3 was Red, which is new adult or adult contemporary, and the challenge was verb in the title. And for this one, I am choosing an audiobook. I'm going to be listening to Until It Fades by Kay Tucker. Fades is a verb, so yeah, that's why I'm choosing it, obviously. And this is a story about a girl named Catherine, and she is a single mom, and when she got pregnant, when she was like having her child, there were a lot of rumors and everything, and now she just wants to lay low in her small town. But then she saves the life of a guy, and she realizes it's a hockey icon, and I think love happens there. I am very excited to read this book, to be honest.
And hopefully our last roll number 4. 4. Mystery or thriller, and the challenge is light cover.
And the last role number 4, was Orange, which is mystery or thriller, and the challenge was light cover, which is honestly, it just doesn't work well together as well. But I found one, and that is One of Us is Next by Karen McManus, which is the second book in One of Us is Lying series or trilogy. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, I wasn't planning on finishing this trilogy, to be honest, but now this challenge came up, and I think I will be reading it. I will be listening to it, and honestly, I don't know much about it. I didn't read the synopsis. I kind of want to get into it not knowing much, and even if I knew much, I wouldn't tell you anyway, because it's the second book in the series, and I wouldn't want to spoil anything. So yeah, I think this is what I'm going to be listening to. Right, I know this video wasn't very long, but I hope it was interesting, and please comment down below what you are going to be reading in March, and have you read any of the books that I mentioned, and how did you like them? And yeah, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!